Hi, my name is Joe Capuyan.
And I'm Tyler Phillips, and welcome to The Local Lens. Coming up on the show today, we'll dive into the careers of Rowan profs, your favorite holiday traditions, food and dining options on campus.
Jumping into on-campus events, the music scene here on campus plays a huge part in the community's culture. One of the clubs that our school provides is Rowan Alt, which hosts music shows involving local bands and bigger artists.
Upcoming, we have interviews with Rowan Alt President Andrew and Rowan student Issa, who attends the basement shows. They talk about the sense of community that the music has brought together on campus at these live basement shows. They are hosted right here in Glassboro.
That's what
Rowan Alt is a SGA chartered club on Rowan University's campus that centers around putting together live concert events and other music-related community events and meetings for the Rowan student. Some of the biggest music events are our yearly Emo Night event. It definitely gets the entire music community excited because I think a lot of people like emo music and like the, I guess, nostalgic aspect of it. Usually somebody covers like Paramore or Title Fight or bands people, you know, started getting into in high school or started getting into when they were getting into like music scenes. So that's always a really big one. We also like to do big events with nationally touring bands. So we'll have shows with people like Mega Mango. We've had a band in the past called They're Gutting a Body of Water, who just opened for Julie on their nationwide tour. So it's really cool to be able to have bands of all levels come through and play our shows. The music culture is definitely very passionate, and there's a lot of people who care about independent music, whether it be they really like seeing certain bands or they really like supporting their friends' bands, or they just want to go to like hear music and do something. Definitely my favorite part of the music community is everybody's willingness to support the newer bands. So I think everybody, you know, tries to be very warm and welcoming when it comes to newer bands or any bands really, which is really nice that there's such a consistently positive reception. There's so many local bands and they all sort of like touch a different nerve, or they have their own sort of specific thing. Definitely getting into this scene, my friends in Shark Earrings were really important to me because they were great live, or are great live, they're still around. And their EP that they put out was amazing, and it was just so cool to see their growth and to also know them as people and musicians and to you know, sort of be in the scene with them. It's really great to see them. But other than that, there's bands like Valentina, who are great, and Phineas Wrath, and literally anybody we've had booked at a RALT show this year is somebody like we really love.
What drew me originally was music. I do just love hearing local bands. I heard about the basement show last year, my freshman year. A group of friends of mine asked me if I wanted to head to a basement show for Emo Night, and I didn't really know what that was, but I wanted out of my dorm, so I was like, yeah, sure. Since Emo Night is a very popular event, it was jam-packed and pretty hot, but the vibes were great. It was a very intimate experience that I loved attending. The atmosphere of the shows, I don't even know how to describe it. Once you start going to quite a few, you meet people and you start to learn more about the bands and even like befriend them, and it just becomes like kind of a party with music that is electric. The music scene is actually pretty big on Rowan overall. I mean, we have Rowan Alt. I know a lot of other campuses, like in New Jersey, don't have as big of a scene for house shows as we do. We have a lot of bands around here, local and just even alumni that still come out, which is pretty awesome. My two favorite bands, I would have to say, are Shark Earring. They were at the first house show I attended, and Estrogens.
And I am here joined by Jake Shapiro, one of the Rowan Alt members. And I have a couple of questions for you, Jake.
All right.
All right, so first off, just start off with when did you join Rowan Alt?
So I joined last year, and then this first semester was the first time that I was on the e-board.
E-board. How long have you been at Rowan Alt?
So this would be my third semester.
Third semester?
So I've been in it for a bit now, and I'm excited for the upcoming stuff we have.
So you've been in it for a year?
Just about.
So what basically drew you into joining Rowan Alt?
So I was always really excited about like the different house shows that we had around. I wasn't really into the frats going there, so if it's Friday night, I had nothing to do. I'd go to a basement show, and
really cool.
Raul is the one who hosts a lot of them around here, so it's a really fun time.
A really fun time. That sounds really interesting. So like, what differentiates like Rowan Alt from the other music clubs that are at Rowan?
So the difference about Roll is that it's very student-driven. The house shows are made by our e-board and our president who runs them, and we find the shows, we find the bands, which houses are not going to have the cops at that night. So it's really cool how the community is banded together just to have this like common interest in music.
Common interest in music. So I know all these bands get to play at the Rowan Alt shows. So how does a band get selected to play at these events?
Honestly, it's not too much of a selection process. A lot of bands reach out to us because they know what we're doing here and they're interested. We get some touring bands, which is really awesome. A lot of the bands that we have for these shows have like really like made their marks in the community. So it's not a lot of auditioning or like trying to find new bands. A lot of bands, if you are new and are trying to be in role, it's a lot of like reaching out, just like who you know and like what openings there are for certain house shows.
That's really cool. So how has like Rowan Alt changed since you first joined it?
It's changed a lot with our new president, Andy. I think he's doing a great job with the club so far. There's a lot of new events, a lot of meetings to get to know like some of the members, and it's really exciting. I really like what he's doing.
That's really cool. So I know you've been at Rowan Alt for like almost a year, right? Or it's been a year.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite memory or anything that you've had so far?
Probably Emo Night is probably one of our most exciting events. I think it's like the culmination of what we all work for. We get a whole bunch of different bands at 2 different houses, and it's really exciting.
That's really cool. So the Emo Nights, like what was probably like your favorite band or like favorite band that you've heard?
Luna's like one of my favorite bands. I'm really close friends with them, so it's really awesome just to see them play and see the community like get to like come out and like, support them.
Okay. So why should someone consider joining Rowan Alt?
It's just a fun time. There's a lot of like a crossover between like RTF majors and like RALT members, which I think is really funny. So I think we welcome everyone. I think everyone should come out and see some shows.
What has been like, out of all the bands that you've seen at Rowan Alt, which one is probably like the best out of?
I really like Snowman Fight.
Snowman Fight.
That's our president Andy's band. I think there's a really good band.
Really good band. Do you have a favorite song?
Oh, not off the top of my head.
That's all you had?
Fight.
Okay. That's all the questions that I have today, Jake. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah.
No problem.
Turns out Rowan Alt isn't the only popular music around town. Haggerty's Christmas Village in Pittman, New Jersey offers families a chance to sing along to their favorite holiday music as they walk around a wonderland of lights. I'm joined here today with Frank Haggerty, owner of Haggerty Christmas Display. Do you have a few words for us, Frank?
Yes, do you want to know how it started? Okay, well, 65 years ago, we moved there, my mom and dad, and that's how old I am now. And he always did lights and blow molds. Well, when I bought over here, we went into this, see the animated figures? I moved over here, and I've been doing it for 39 years, animation. And people have been walking through the yard for 39 years now.
Such an amazing tradition. Well, thank you, Frank.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, boys, I'm going to give you a Christmas song, and you're going to finish the lyrics.
Rock. Jingle bells ring, Dancer and Prancer.
Where in the frosty air.
Good job, guys. This time I'm gonna play the song and you're gonna finish the lyrics.
Okay, okay.
Not yet, I'll tell you.
Rocking around.
The Christmas tree at the Christmas party rock.
Woo! Good
nice.
job! Merry Christmas from the Haggertys. Walkthrough hours are 5:30 to 8:30 on weekdays and 5:30 to 9:30 on weekends. I'm Jessica Thiesing from the local Lens.
Speaking of the holiday season, it's important everyone stays stuffed and full at this time of the year. The shop on Rowan's Glassboro campus offers free food to all Rowan students, ensuring every prof can be well fed.
The shop, Rowan University's student-run food pantry organization, has been providing students with food and goods for years. It is open to all students in need of resources.
So the shop, the full name is technically the Shop Pantry and Resource Center. It is primarily a pantry. Most of the services that we provide are food insecurity focused. So we have standard pantry items, non-perishable goods, canned goods, snack foods. We also have fresh perishable foods like milk, dairy, breads, pastries, things like that. And it is a free service for all students. It's not something that a student has to come with a referral or meet with a financial aid counselor or anything of that nature. If you are a Rowan student, it is a resource available to you. We're open 3 days a week, and any student can come at least once a week and shop for what they need. We also have personal care products, home cleaning supplies, kitchen supplies, period products, and other personal care and toiletry items.
Intern Tori Thompson includes some insight of her experience volunteering and working at these locations.
So my internship here at the shop, on Thursdays I help stock the whole shop. So it's a lot of bringing in food, making sure it is safe and ready to be put on the shelves, and then making sure we are all loaded for the week.
Can't make it to the shop? Don't worry, there are other locations and opportunities for you.
Camden shop is just our Camden location of the shop. A lot of our Camden students have issues with transport getting to Glassboro, so we do have a separate shop location there. Any student who can enter the building and is a Rowan student can get into it. It's just more limited hours. So it's only Wednesdays 5 to 7.
Fresh for All, another food service provided through the shop, provides fresh produce for people in need. Open every Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Fresh Roll is another food service that we provide through the shop. It is a free farmers market that we host in the parking lot of the football stadium. We do it also year-round, every Friday morning from 9:30 until about 10:30, 11 o'clock, pretty much until the last person is served or until we run out of food. So it's usually around 10:30 that we wrap up. It's a partnership we have with an organization called Fill Abundance. They are a food bank that operates out of South Philadelphia. And the agreement that we have is that every Friday morning, Fill Abundance gives us thousands of pounds of produce, fruits and vegetables. They give it to us for free with the expectation that we then give it out to the community for free. The Shop Pantry and Resource Center is a student initiative. It's supported by student government, so it is a students-only pantry. The Fresh for All Market, however, in partnership with Phil Abundance, is open to everyone, so it's not a students-only initiative, it's for anyone. So we serve a good number of community members and non-Rowan students.
The Shop, Fresh for All, and more aid students and whoever is in need.
The shop has definitely helped like many of our students. There's a surprising amount of like food insecure people on campus, and so having like access to resources, because not only do we do the typical like providing actual food, we also provide a lot of resources through the Office of Volunteerism. So if you need help with like SNAP or like food benefits or anything like that.
You can help the shop by donating, volunteering, and adding supplies to the carts and shelves in the Student Center and the Wellness Center.
So if folks want to volunteer, to volunteer with the shop, the main thing would be to email the shop. Our email address is easy, one word, theshop@rowan.edu. That'll come both to me and to Alex Kerr, the pantry coordinator. And we'll be able to talk to you about what your availability is, what your abilities are, how you can help, and Alex can also talk about shifts and where she has volunteer need, and hopefully we can match up your abilities and desire with our need to volunteer in the shop.
The shop is always looking for new members to help hand out food and give back to others.
While the shop provides a generous option for those seeking free meals, the Boulevard, just steps away, offers a range of dining experience for every craving and budget.
We are here on the Boulevard trying some of the best food options that Rowan's campus has to offer. To find out where students love to eat most, we took to an app called Yik Yak and ran a poll featuring 5 of the most notable spots right here on the Boulevard. The results are in, and Rowan students have spoken. Coming in as the top 3 go-to spots were Chickies and Pete's, Mexican Mariachi, and Domino's Pizza.
The first stop we're making today is Chickies and Pete's.
Welcome to Chickies and Pete's, where great food meets a fun and vibrant atmosphere. Located at 234 Rowan Boulevard, Chickies and Pete's offers a variety of menu options, from their signature crab fries, Philly cheesesteak, and a variety of seafood options. Whether you're here to catch the big game or enjoy quality time with friends and family, Chickies and Pete's has something for everyone.
First stop on today's list is Chickies and Pete's here on the Rowan Boulevard. I got their classic crab fries, so let's give them a go. I mean, the crab fries are traditional. You go to any sporting event in Philadelphia, very popular in the South Jersey area. Can't go wrong with some traditional crab fries from Chickies and Pete's.
So have you ever been to Chickies and Pete's?
Yes, I have, yeah.
What's your go-to order?
Buffalo chicken cheesesteak.
Yeah. Why?
It's just easiest thing on the menu. It's pretty cheap too.
How do you feel about their famous crab fries? Is it worth the hype or is it overrated?
Depends on the day, you know, so. But it's pretty good. I would definitely recommend getting them. Next stop today is Mexican Mariachi.
Welcome to Mexican Mariachi Grill. Dive into authentic flavors with crowd favorites like birria tacos, carne asada fries, and their signature mariachi trio tacos. Whether it's casual lunch or a festive night out, they bring the vibrant spirit of Mexico to every bite. Vamos a comer.
The next stop today is Mexican Mariachi here on the Rowan Boulevard. I got their steak tacos. It comes with rice, beans, and 3 tacos. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna try the beans and the rice first. Do a little of both here. The beans and the rice are really well seasoned. Very good, actually. Still very warm. I didn't order it too long ago, which is good. Now let's try these steak tacos. Here we go. The steak tacos are very good. Very messy, definitely gonna need napkins, but if you're a student here at Rowan or passing by, you should definitely stop into Mexican Mariachi. So, what is your go-to Mexican Mariachi order?
My go-to Mexican Mariachi order's gotta be birria tacos.
What is your favorite way to enjoy the tacos? Hard shell, soft shell, or something else?
My favorite way to enjoy tacos is definitely a soft shell.
Do you dip your tacos in anything?
Yeah, salsa. Normally verde salsa.
Can you give us your best salsa dance? Next up today is Domino's.
Craving something delicious and fast? Domino's here on Rowan Boulevard has you covered. From the classic cheesy bread to their specialty pizzas, there's something for everyone. Whether you're dining in, picking up, or getting delivery, Domino's is here to satisfy your cravings.
The next stop today was Domino's Pizza here on the Rowan Boulevard. I got their stuffed cheesy bread, so let's get right into it. Little cheese pull. Try it without the marinara first. Very greasy, very garlicky. Definitely a good late night snack. Cheese is perfect, seasoned really well. Let's get into the marinara. All right, let's try it with the marinara. That marinara sauce gives it a really nice zing. Perfect. You know who would love these crab fries? Joe and Tyler back in the studio. Let's go. So guys, I was just at Chickies and Pete's, and you know I couldn't come empty-handed. So I sat down, I was eating Chickies and Pete's crab fries. You know what I thought to myself? You know who would love these crab fries? My guy's back in the studio. So I brought them with me today, and I want you guys to try them. Rate them 1 through 10. Let me know if it's worth the hype or not.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you for
Really
bringing.
appreciate
thank
that.
you for bringing in the Chickies and Pete's to see. Ooh, that looks really good. Oh my gosh.
All right, let's
go.
get some of
Can I
this.
get yeah. Open it up.
Yep.
Gotta get the cheese sauce.
Of course.
Sir.
I'll go 2. I'll go 2 here.
Oh, 2? Yeah.
Yep. That is really, really good.
Really good.
Really, I gotta have another one.
It feels like I'm back at the baseball stadium.
I
man.
know,
Or I'm
right?
at the beach. Yeah.
The only thing we're missing is the tub from Citizens Bank
Yeah.
Park.
The tub's classic.
The
The
tub
tub's
is a
classic.
classic.
This is so good. I'm gonna have more.
All right. I'll get some more too.
Yeah.
So guys, the people, they gotta know. You gotta rate it 1 through 10. Let them know if the crab fries from Chickies and Pete's are worth the hype or not.
Out of 10?
Out of 10.
I'll give it an 8.
An 8? I would give it a 10. I
10?
really like these.
A 10.
Yeah. A 10. Why not a 10 for you?
I don't know. I mean, it's good, but it's not like the top of my food chain.
It's respectable.
So we'll give it an 8.
It's respectable.
So Alex,
Yes.
you were at the food at the Boulevard.
I was.
What was your favorite food?
It was a really cool experience, but I think that the overall best experience that I had was probably Mexican Mariachi.
Okay.
The manager was super nice. She let me and Jack come in. She let us film, sit down, eat the food. I got the steak tacos.
Okay.
It came with rice, side of beans. Really, really good. But I think as far as like traditional classic food goes, you just can't go wrong with the Chickies and Pete's crab fries.
Yes, that is true.
All right. So off of that, what was your second favorite?
We hit Domino's, and Domino's was also really good. I will say it's definitely like a late night type of snack. You go there, you order it. It's like a quick little bite to eat. They got a lot of options, so yeah, probably that.
Nice. All right, so we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to talk about Rowan freshman Alan Wiley and his journey as a blind broadcaster.
On the surface, Alan Wiley is a promising up-and-coming broadcaster, but there's much more to his story than you could ever imagine. Alan was born blind, and through the support of his parents, has never let anyone tell him he can't do anything.
So I started in sophomore year of high school. I auditioned to do the games for my local high school football team. The TV production teacher liked what he saw, and so I started doing the home games in 2021 for football, and then I got to do some basketball too. The Lake County Captains, which is the high A affiliate of the Cleveland Guardians, I got to do 7 of those games. I got to do 2 NBA G League games with the Cleveland Charge, the affiliate of the Cavaliers. And I also just got to do a lot of high school football games for Westlake, which is where I'm from, and their basketball games. Some of them with my dad, which was a lot of fun because he and I, we know how much each other like sports. So I watch YouTube. I watch highlights of a previous game a team might have played or previous games, preferably. Different news articles just to see what key players are where. Comments from coaches. And I also try to just write all that stuff down, everything I've remembered down on my Braille computer. So before the game, I can read that. And then I can just, read that, and then I can go to the game and then be the best I can be. I went to a camp that Neil Hartman ran in Chicago, sports broadcasting camp. That helped a lot. just keep working at it. If you keep working hard, you don't accept the answer no. I mean, I've gotten told plenty of times when I first started doing this, this is not a good career option for you, this won't work, but I kept doing it. And eventually everyone just realized, oh, okay, he can do this. So just keep working at it. If you're passionate about something and you want to work hard for it and you're going to do whatever it takes to succeed, you're going to succeed.
So 4 years ago, I met Alan at my play-by-play sports broadcasting camp in Chicago. And Alan, at the time, showed interest in being a broadcaster, but didn't have any broadcasting experience per se at that time. And very early on, you could tell that this was a very unique, special young man. And I went to his father probably the second or third day of that camp, and Alan at that time was, I guess, a sophomore, freshman in high school. And I told his dad that I thought he had potential as a broadcaster. And he's worked at it over the years, and including working at his high school TV station to do high school football games, and then he worked doing high school or college, I guess it was minor league games in baseball and also in basketball. So he's a pretty seasoned veteran that comes here to our campus, and we're glad to have him here in our program and calling games for the Delaware Bluecoats. Alan's audition was a little different than everybody else's because obviously he can't hear or feel the emotions of the game because we're doing these auditions off a monitor. So when Alan's sitting in a room, we had him work with one of our senior broadcasters, Aiden Doherty. And so Aiden would call the play-by-play, and Alan would then offer his commentary, his color analyst. And they had already seen the game. Everybody who auditions sees the game beforehand, and Alan did his homework. And that's what he does best. He does his homework. He prepares very well for games. But one of the disadvantages for him in the audition was that he couldn't hear the referee. He can't hear the fans. He can't hear the whistle. He can't hear the action that's right in front of him. So it was a little bit of a disadvantage, but you'd have no idea. Nailed it. And I'm pleased that Alan went in there and did a great job. And I think everybody's seeing now as he does the Delaware Bluecoats that he's a very talented broadcaster and with a great future. To have the knowledge that he has about sports, he's got a Google Drive in his brain. It's ridiculous what this young man can recall.
Expectations were for the 2023 season after their big spending spree in free agency. The Cubs look to take the series against the Red Sox, and hopefully that can boost them into NL Central contention once again. From everything feeling, this is Alan.
He just handles himself remarkably well. So he is right now got a tremendous future in this business, and it's because of his preparation, his desire to be the best, and I'm just really pleased that he's here at Rowan.
Since day one, Alan's parents have been his #1 support system. They have always told him since he was a little kid that he can do whatever he puts his mind to.
Like from day one, since they found out I was blind, we found out I was blind when I was 2 months old. So I've been blind since birth. Just because I'm blind doesn't mean I'm not any less or more of a person. I haven't viewed that as a disability for a while now. And so just them keeping me up and just saying, we know that you can do it, you know, that they're there for me, they got my back, and just, it's really meant a lot.
And now our top local stories. Student Center construction is finishing in January 2025, and it'll add a whole new section to the already standing Student Center. These additions will include multiple meeting rooms, lounge spaces, event spaces, and a stage. One of the biggest features of this new section is the versatility of the rooms, with many of them being able to be changed according to whatever is planned for that day. Opening in March 2025, Edelman Fossil Park will transform lives by providing families with an opportunity to develop new appreciation for the preciousness of life that sustains our world today. Rowan University is proud to offer veterinarian care for pets in its newly constructed state-of-the-art veterinary teaching hospital in Mullica Hill. Schreiber School of Veterinary Medicine is the second institution in the nation to offer Doctor of Medicine, and Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine degrees. Freshman Jameer Brown ran the fastest 60-meter hurdle in D3 history at his first track meet at Ocean Breeze Athletic Complex in Staten Island. Opening January 9th, 2025, Raising Cane's in Glassboro will provide students and families alike with extraordinary dining experience and of course, tons of their famous cane sauce. The Glassboro location is opening on Delsey Drive on a corner property which was previously home to the Rite Aid Pharmacy. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Local Lens. We will see you next time with new events, Rowan Prof stories, and local community organizations.